Ed O'Keefe, we're going to talk about
Well, first off, if you're still with us at home, thank you for doing that.
Exactly.
Especially for those of you in the East who are up late after normal business hours. Look, just heard from a Biden campaign official a little while ago who believes that Georgia is razor thin, potentially theirs.
Right. This is the map, 306 electoral votes for President Trump in 2016. We always start when we're at the what-if board with that. Yep. So, Ed, you want me to put Georgia, let's just for the sake of argument, as a scenario, blue for Biden.
And let's put North Carolina as a toss-up for now. Because
North Carolina is a toss-up because it still is.
And it could be for 9 days.
And we have Arizona leaning.
Hypothetically leaning towards.
But let's put it in the Biden category and let's see what that does to the electoral map. So 306 is now gone to 264, Biden at 259.
Right. Iowa and Ohio looking like they're going to the president.
Yes, they are.
Michigan, Wisconsin, we'll see, but let's give Michigan to Joe Biden.
All right, see what happens there. That puts him over 275. So that's why Georgia is so important. But let's put North Carolina back still.
Yeah.
So even if the president holds on to North Carolina, but if Biden picks up Georgia, Arizona, Michigan, he's over 270.
But let's flip Wisconsin and Georgia.
Okay.
What happens?
Wisconsin, Biden.
Blue. Keep Michigan blue.
Okay.
Georgia, make Georgia red.
Make Georgia red. There we go.
What happens?
269,
look at that.
269.
Now, there have some, and I heard from viewers after our last segment about this. They said, don't forget that Nebraska congressional district, Nebraska 2.
Right, which is currently trending Biden by about 30,000 votes, so I've heard, with about 70% of the vote counted.
So look what happens.
Let's just put Nebraska, that's what NE2 means. It's not from the periodical table of elements. That's Nebraska 2. Put that blue for Biden.
Do it again.
Do it one more time. There we go. Come on board.
Boom.
270 to 268. We've been holding Nebraska 2nd Congressional District until well after midnight. We're after midnight, so that's why we're bringing it out, okay? Because it's a real part of the scenario, or it could be. Well, let's take it back, put it there. 269, 269,
now,
with the president holding North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, but losing Arizona, losing Wisconsin, losing Michigan.
And this goes to the House of Representatives.
Yes, but that's not till 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., okay? So hold back on that. So that's where we are. But we know for a fact, Ed, that Pennsylvania is not going to be decided tonight. So we put that in the toss-up category. But this is the way the map begins to develop. What it underscores is sort of where we've been since about 9:30, 10 o'clock Eastern. Wisconsin, Michigan looms so large for the former vice president because North Carolina, Georgia's still a toss-up, but Florida certainly didn't come through the way that they thought they might.
You know the Trump guys so well.
Yes.
They must be sitting there thinking, we told you so.
Yes.
Told you so.
And because they were bullish about Florida, Florida came through. They're bullish about North Carolina. We'll see about that. I think Georgia is still something that both campaigns now say, wow, it's going to be very, very tight. That is less bullish than the Trump campaign was 24 hours ago.
We'll see.
Ed O'Keefe, thanks for joining me here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more election coverage. You are watching CBS News 2020, America Decides.